gracious. I always pull my pants up. And I cross my arms, and after I pull my pants up, so people don't get the best of me. So you don't get the best of me. Yeah. So you don't. See, this is my hood. And even though I was traumatized a lot in this hood for the color of my skin, it's still mine. Because even though I went through a lot of abuse, I grew to love the place. Not everybody was bad to me. Just a certain faction of ne'er-do-wells who took exception to my skin color. Now I would try to reason with them to no avail. You know, racist people, they are 100% convinced that they're right and you're wrong. Now, if you were to say, well, I'm 100% correct being racist against you, would I be right? Most of them would say no. Some dim-witted dumb fucks might say yes. They might say, well, because I hate your white ass, suppose it's okay if you hate my black ass, or if you hate my brown ass. But like I said, this is my hood. You know, this is my hood. I paid for my position with blood and tears. Yeah, I got shit beat out of me lots of times just for being white. I don't hold that against anybody in particular. How could I? I get it. If you are afflicted with ignorance, that's your problem. I'm not gonna make it worse by holding it against you. However, now that I have grown to size, I'm a little bit chunkier, beefier than I used to be. If you try to afflict me with your fucking ignorance, you're gonna get a beat down. That's just the way it is around here. This is my hood. My hood. And what's crazy is that my buddies, brothers, friends, the ones who are gonna give you a beat down, they might just be the same color as you. Isn't that strange, right? Here you are. You're gonna beat the shit out of me because I'm white. And I call 3 of my brothers up. They're black. They're gonna come and give you a beat down. And you're black. And we're gonna be sitting here getting those punches to the face, into the rib cage, and to the abdomen. Your feet cut out from under you. Maybe even some baseball bats. I don't know. That's up to them. Oh, you're gonna live. But when you threaten me, that might be what happens. I'm not gonna say that it is gonna happen. I'm just gonna go up to my boys and just say, hey, here's this dim-witted dumb fuck being prejudiced against me, and we know how it is around here. In fact is, I would do the same for them. They come up to me and say, hey, some dim-witted, dumb fuck white boy. No offense. They don't even have to say no offense. I don't take offense. Up in my grill, being prejudiced against me in my hood. I'm like, I got you. I got you. See, when you're royalty, like we're royalty, we've got this agreement between kingdoms. You know, hoods, kingdoms, whatever you want to call it. I'm a king in my kingdom, my hood. Other kings in their kingdoms, well, we all have an agreement that we're sovereign in our domain. And so we honor that between ourselves. I don't go on someone else's domain and cause trouble and challenge them, try to undermine their authority. I don't do that. It's not my way. And my brothers, they don't do that to me either. You know, they don't do that to me. It's not because I would fuck them up. Although I would fuck a lot of them up, maybe not all of them up, but I'd fuck a good deal up. It's just respect now. We've earned it, so we spent many years beating the shit out of each other. You know, smackdowns, beatdowns, all that. Now we respect each other, because, you know, I don't get to talk about this enough, but I love talking about it. It's like, once you get in a scuffle with somebody, a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, you're going to respect them afterwards. I mean, not all the time. Not all the time. But you fight enough with the same people over and over, you're like, respect. Respect. And, you know, we call upon each other when we're going to have some problems in the hood. Now, it's crazy. It's a crazy world that we live in. I mean, but one thing that we acknowledge among ourselves is that we need our territory, right? We need our territory. That's what it means to be men, you know, have that kind of masculine. So, what we decided after we were done scrapping for like 2 decades and beating the shit out of each other and getting gold teeth and stuff because we knocked out our original teeth and stuff. I didn't get any teeth knocked out. He said we decided, we had an agreement. We got together like a council of important kings. We had a little meeting there at this barbecue joint on the corner. You know, reserved a big table for like 30 of us. 30 kings or kingpins, if you want, if you will. And we decided we were going to divide up the hood. So I'm there. You know, everybody's respecting me. There's some white people there, some Hispanics, some blacks, you know, all of it. The whole kit and caboodle. Looking around, eyeing one another. We've got so many scraps with one another. You know, we know each other's, you know, nicknames, birth names. We know a lot about each other. We know each other's fighting styles. But there's this new guy. I don't know where new guy came from. But new guy, no one really recognized him. And it just so happened that I was the one who was chosen to talk to. Maybe because I am the talkative kind of guy, being who I am. So, I've not seen you around at all. Who are you? And he just looks at me. Like so. And I'm like this. Are you deaf? Are you looking at me? And he shakes his head like this, real nice and slow like. I'm like, okay. Generally, when I talk to another human being, I like to be answered. Do you understand? And I'm walking that tightrope where I don't want to necessarily disrespect him and get in a scuffle right then and there, verbal or physical. At the same time, I need to communicate clearly that I don't take no shit from no one. This is, it's my hood. He just keeps looking at me. I'm like this, all right. We got a society of kings, a kingdom. Kings here. We don't recognize you. I don't know who invited you to this meeting. But if you want to stay here, you're going to have to talk. You can't just be a fly on the wall. This is the kingdom of kings. Therefore, you participate as an act of respect to the brothers. Okay? We ain't seen you around here. I mean, I don't want to be rude to you. I don't want to be showing you disrespect. But at the same time, you gotta show me respect and you gotta talk. I'm not gonna ask you a second time. I ask you a second time, something's gonna happen. And you're not gonna like it. He shakes his head thus. Yeah, I'm here. I'm just trying to get a sense of what's happening. I'm just wondering, is this gonna be my kind of neighborhood? And he folds his arms like this, and my arms are folded like this. Okay. Would you just move to the neighborhood? Because we have not seen you. We've not seen you around, man. Where you from? Huh. Ah, well, I've been here. You been here? And since when have you been here? I've been here 20 years. Where you been for 20 years? You been under a rock? I can say for sure that none of the brothers have seen you around for 20 years. So, this is the kingdom of kings, my man. We're here, we're gathered to talk about our kingdoms in this hood. And we are trying to draw up, like an agreement or an understanding, a contract, so that we can honor each other's kingdoms, but call upon one another if the case arises that we need to help one another. But we gotta know who you are. We don't know who you are, so why don't you tell us a little bit of who you are? Because if you're not from this neighborhood, we're gonna have an issue here, because you can't stake out kingdom in this hood if you're not from this hood. I'm from this hood. Okay, well, tell me more about that. I don't recognize you. None of us recognize you. Yeah. Yeah, you don't recognize me, that's for sure. I've been on the sidelines for 20 years, but not really the sidelines, you know. Okay. You're not really on the sidelines. Where are you then? I live under the street. You live under the street, okay. You mean like down in the sewers? I do. Yes, I live down there. Well, shit. Okay. Well, seeing as none of us have seen you before, I think that it's kind of strange that we're seeing you now. When we're dividing up the kingdom amongst ourselves, we don't deal with the sewers, man. It's not really our territory, you know, so I don't really understand why you would come up after 20 years and, talk to us about, being part of this agreement, because, well, first of all, how'd you even know we were meeting at this barbecue joint? How'd you know that? Well, I got my ear open to the street. I know everything about this hood. I know everything about every one of you kings, so-called. You know everything about us, is that right? I do. Well, I suppose that's not so good, is it? Not for you. So why'd you come to this meeting? You want to leverage that kind of power over us? Because, well, you already know we will fuck your ass up if you try any of that tricky shit. No. Don't want to use it to leverage anything, no. Don't want to do that. I just want you to know that I know. I know. Alright, that right there is fucked up. You want something, you need to be clear about what you want from me or from any of the brothers here. I don't want anything from you in particular, but I do want you to know that this ain't your hood. It's my hood. You guys are just renting property. When you live underneath all of this, and you hear all of this, you know all of this. That's when you are the king, brother. So you may not see me again, but you will always know that I'm here. And maybe I will. Maybe I will make my presence known in indirect ways, you know. But I'm underneath your feet. I'm down there. I was born down there. Lived my whole life down there. Do you understand? No. I don't know what that is down there. I've never been down there. That's right, you haven't. Let me tell you a little bit about down there. There's a whole world down there. It's not pretty. And though I do look like you and I do speak like you, it's only because I'm copying you. I'm copying you. And not only am I copying you, I could copy every one of these guys. And I already know everything about them. This is my kingdom, whether you realize it or not. And I am not anything that you can understand at all. Does everybody here understand that? You belong to me. And maybe if I decide, I will work through this gentleman right here. I like him. He's got spunk. I can see why you've elected him to represent, to chair this meeting. But I want you guys to understand that you work for me. That while you do not understand me, cannot see me, hear me, I can see and hear you, and of course I understand everything about you. And what I want you to understand is that you get a kingdom, but I decide what that kingdom looks like, how big it is. And what we're gonna do is develop a system that I want my man here to administer. Do you understand something? Mr. Badass Swamp Thing? Whatever the fuck you happen to think you fucking are. And all I gotta do is snap my finger, and all the brothers here will pummel your ass. Beat you down into the center again. And so you show up here, uninvited, eating this barbecue, and I'll be fucking indulging you. No. You're not indulging me, I'm indulging you. None of these guys will do what you say. Yeah? Yeah? Really? Fernando, beat this fucker's ass. Beat his fucking ass. You fucking heard me. Beat his ass. No. Fernando's not gonna do anything. None of these guys are. Because they don't belong to you. They belong to me. You thought you were the king. If you are fortunate, I will give you 1 square of the sidewalk. That is your king. All these other brothers, you call them, they're gone a long time ago. These are replicas from underneath the street. They belong to me. You're the uninvited one. Here. You are eating my barbecue. It's over. Your whole delusion that you control anything, that you have any power over this neighborhood, is gone. We have the information. You don't have any information on me. I don't care about your fucking clones. You don't got any information on me because I never done anything wrong. I never done anything wrong, so there's nothing that you can use. And you might just put a spell on my brothers here, hypnotize them. You know, these are replicas, they're clones. I own every one of these. I created every one of these. They are exact replicas of the men that you once knew. The men that you once knew are down below. Yeah. So my friends are down there. What are they doing down there? No. They're working for me. Okay. So what did you do? What did you do? Kidnap them? No. Blackmail them? No. How would you get them to go down there? I offered them something. They realized that life underneath the streets is superior to life up here. And I told them, are you going to be satisfied with that one square of sidewalk that I give you? Or you want to have a true kingdom underneath the streets that you can administer? So you're offering me that? No, I'm not offering you that. Why not? Why not? Why not offer me that? Is it I'm not good enough to live in the swamp with you? Be a swamp creature like you? I have other plans for you. Oh, you got plans for me. You got plans for me. Remember, I invited you here. I set this meeting up. I asked all of them to come. No, that's not what happened. First of all, none of these guys know who you are except through my programming. They're lifeless clones before I upgrade them, until I put the program in their head. I'm responsible for them showing up here. You think that you're inviting your brothers for a nice little council, the Kingdom of Kings. No, they're gone. I could shut all these clones off in a second. How do I know? How do I know that you are telling the truth? Well, you just saw. Fernando won't even respond to you. He's over there like a dumb mute. All these guys, none of them will respond to you. So you're telling me that you just stripped me of all my power? Yes, you've been stripped of power for some time. So why? Why are you doing this? What the fuck is underneath the street? You need to speak to me with more respect. I need to speak to you with more respect. Yes, you do. Alright, fine. What's going on underneath the street, man? Not enough respect. What's happening underneath the street? Now, you address me as Your Highness. Ah! Why the fuck would you host this meeting just so I could say Your Highness? You need to be put in your place. And why? Why? Well, why? Why don't you need to be put in your place, Swamp Thing? What's so fucking special about you, and why can't I just be a king? Because the world up here is not for kings. The world down there is for kings. The world down there. What world is there down there? I am just taking your fucking word for it, King, Your Highness. The world up here was destroyed a long time ago. So, people like yourself think that you've got all this power, but it's all fake. There is no power above ground. Above ground was destroyed. So right now you're just walking around in a simulation populated by clones, artificially generated by the caverns of the earth. The caverns of the earth. Yes. The real cities, where we live in peace and harmony and everyone is a king. But not a king like a thug who beats people up just because he doesn't get his way, just because he's had a bad day. The kings underneath are real kings. We are the real deal. You are not ready to be a real king. You think that all this power is where it ends. And yes, a king is a king of power. But you stand here with your chest puffed up, gloating. If you're lucky, I'll let you have a square of sidewalk to administer as a king. You can stand on that sidewalk, puff your chest up and wear your robe and put on your crown if you like. And you can even grab one of these women here and ask her to be your queen. But that's the extent of it. None of these so-called brothers will ever serve you. So if you get out of line with your sidewalk square, there's no one to defend you, come to your aid, assist you. You're on your own. So what do I have to do? Because I'm telling you, if what you're saying is true, I'm not going to be content with a square, a sidewalk. That's not a kingdom, man. Not if what you say is true and everybody's a clone. Yes, everybody is a clone. Above the surface. What do you mean, everybody? Everybody up here is a clone? Correct. Am I a clone? No, you're not a clone. I'm not a clone. Okay, that's good to know. How many people on this planet are clones and how many are real originals? You're the only original left. Oh my god. Are you fucking shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me? You better not be fucking lying to me. You better not be fucking lying to me. I'm not gonna live up here with a bunch of clones. That is your fate. No, it's not my fucking fate. It's not my fucking fate, Your Highness. Okay? Now you tell me what I gotta do to live underneath the street and become some swamp thing like you. Get with the real people. I'm not gonna live up here with clones. I'm not gonna live up here with clones. No. You are gonna live up here with clones. You're gonna be a king of clones. You're gonna have your little square on the sidewalk and you are going to be a king